Today, we will be looking at why Hong Kong media mogul Jimmy Lai was arrested and denied bail by the Hong Kong police. As a lot of you may know, Hong Kong has been under a lot of duress by mainland China due to all of the protests advocating for democracy and freedom of expression. Although Hong Kong is a special administrative region separate from mainland China, since China took Hong Kong from Great Britain in 1997, democracy in Hong Kong has been constantly jeopardized and has only been getting worse over time. Protests sparked in 2019 when Hong Kong Chief Executive Carrie Lam and the government proposed the extradition bill. The extradition bill's main point was to have the ability to transfer fugitives from Hong Kong to be tested for trial in mainland China, which ultimately triggered these protests. Things became even worse in 2020 when China passed the National Security Act, in which the main points of that act are to crack down on protests and ban any acts or activities that the Chinese Communist Party, or the CCP for short, considered to endanger China's national security. Those acts include things like criticizing Xi Jinping and the CCP, showing dissent for the country of China as a whole, and talking smack online about the CCP and its ways even when overseas. Now about Jimmy Lai. He is one of Hong Kong's wealthiest individuals and is one of the most notable critics of the CCP. He was charged with fraud and denied bail, leaving him behind bars until at least spring of 2021. He is the publisher of popular Hong Kong tabloid Apple Daily, which is openly critical of the CCP. This arrest was because Lai and two of his colleagues at Next Digital, another popular Hong Kong media company that Lai founded, were using Next Digital's offices for purposes that were not allowed under their lease. However, this was only one of Lai's multiple petty media expression-related arrests this year. Lai was arrested under the National Security Law this past April for participating in unauthorized assemblies protesting the CCP. He was arrested again last August, as well as his two sons, for the exact same reason. He was even charged for colluding with foreign forces, and the Apple Daily newsroom was raided by around 200 Hong Kong police officers. Lai was immediately released on bail for that arrest, but has no chance of getting out through bail this time. It's unheard of in the United States and almost all other developed countries to be thrown in jail and/or sentenced to prison for expressing dissent against a crime. That's the case in China and Hong Kong, however. One word expressing dissent and distaste against the CCP, in person or online, within Hong Kong, China, or even temporarily overseas for vacation, you'll get locked up. It's a problem that has caught worldwide attention for years and has created massive backlash against China from other countries, and deservedly so. Freedom of expression is scarce in some nations around the world, and where it used to not be the case in Hong Kong, has unfortunately become that way.